Yeah.
Prabhuji, actually, we started third shloka. In third shloka, Manushana Sahasreshu, you explained. So that the Manushana Sahasreshu in this in the regard of you explained about this is regarding to this chapter, like it's related to the knowledge of the absolute, complete knowledge of absolute is the concept of so like the rarity of the complete knowledge of the absolute that is
Correct.
highlighted for this
Mm,
shloka. And then
correct.
then further in the purport, it is mentioned that the Shruti Smriti Purana, the Pancharatrika Vidivina. So the
Hmm.
importance of Shruti and Smriti is important. Without that, Ekantike Hare Bhakti, Utpat, it becomes a disturbance in the society. So that is
Correct.
importance of that we discussed. And
Correct. Yeah.
yeah, that was the
Yes, Praji. Thank you. Thank you very much, Praji, for that
thank you.
point.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else want to share anything from yesterday's discussion or purport? Okay. So then we'll go to the slides. Okay. Some more hands are raised. Yes, Arun Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Please.
Hare Krishna. So uh, we were discussing
Ah,
from the purport of 7.2 that how like Prabhupada is writing that complete knowledge means knowledge of matter and spirit and controller of both. And then Prabhupada wrote that
yeah.
a devotee knows
Correct.
everything. So you were telling that how everything doesn't mean, because people may argue, do you know everything means everything like science and all those nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
But then it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
mean nonsense. One do not know how many hairs or need not to know how many hairs are there on head. It
Correct,
means that
correct,
one knows that how to reach Krishna, how to go back home, back to Godhead, and that
correct. Yeah.
includes everything.
Yeah.
So we were
Yeah, yeah.
discussing that point. I like.
Yes, yes, yeah. Yeah, basically, I was saying about the omnipotence. Krishna is omnipotent, and living entity is not omnipotent, and it can never be omnipotent. Oh, sorry, omnipotent, omniscient. Yeah, omniscience, basically, to know everything. So, as we will see in the 13th chapter, Kshetra and Kshetragya, so living entities knows about the body some things, not everything about the body also. Correct. Yeah. So Lord knows everything. Yeah. So that was the point. Omniscience. Yeah. Thank you for that. Okay. Anybody else want to share anything? Okay. Then we'll just go through the slide what we discussed, important concept. So we started with the 7.1. So before going to the slides, actually we saw the background of this whole chapter. As 6.47 there was Bhagavad Gita Bhakti Yoga seed was given by Lord Shri Krishna. There essentially spoke about these 3 points: Madgaten Antaratmana, Shraddhavan Bhajtayo Mam, and Samay Yukta Tamomata. So that 3 points we had seen how that forms the seed of the whole 6 chapters of Bhakti. And knowledge was discussed in 4th chapter also, but the purpose was different. And then we saw now currently also Krishna was not asked by Arjuna to speak this knowledge, but out of compassion, Krishna starts speaking. And the first verse he speaks that how uh, actually here one of the acharyas gives this flow. The acharya says that this mind of Arjuna, there are 2 questions. How am I to worship you? That is first question he has in mind. And second thing is, how do I fix my mind upon you? So understanding the mind of Arjuna, Krishna is answering this question in the 7th chapter. I forgot to share yesterday, but yesterday Baldev Vidyabhushan actually says that. How am I to worship you? What is the process of worshiping you? And second thing, how should I attach my mind to you or fix my mind to you? So then Krishna starts speaking this. So that is, he says, okay, hear from me. What you should hear, that how you can attach your mind to me. Sorry, with a attached mind and with having shelter in me. Mad Ashraya and Maya Asakta. So, like that, he speaks, and what will happen because of that? You will know me fully. Okay, Samagram Mam. You will know me fully, and all doubts will be removed. Asamshayam. These 2 things will happen. Correct. By hearing in this attitude. So, attitude of hearing is described here. And then also Prabhupada describes in the purport that one should hear in parampara, and then one should actually hear from bona fide source. One should do quality hearing. All that we discussed actually. Correct. Yeah. we discussed how quality hearing is very important and one should hear from directly Lord Shri Krishna or Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So these are the bona fide sources. Okay, or any person who is speaking on basis of this Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Okay. Yeah. So then Prabhupada himself quotes the shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam that this process of hearing is very important. Yeah. Then second shloka we discussed that this now Krishna starts describing the knowledge which is samagram, he told, in complete fullness. So that full knowledge has these two aspects. First one is the Gyan aspect of that, and second one is the Vigyan aspect. So Jnana is the aspect about Tatashta Shakti and the material energy. Okay. And Vijnana is about the spiritual. So this includes actually the verses which we are going to see today. We'll have these terms, Apara Shakti and Parashakti. Okay. So Apara Shakti is actually inferior energy and Parashakti is actually the superior energy. So these terms Krishna will introduce today in the fourth shloka. Okay. So that is Jnana aspect, and Vijnana is about the spiritual aspect. Spiritual aspect in the sense that it is about the spiritual world. Okay. So that I had told earlier about Antaranga Shakti, right? That is about Antaranga Shakti. Okay, so one thing is forgive me for my handwriting. So I have to write little faster also, and hopefully by 2-3 classes you will understand what I'm writing.
Well, I
So
just
if you
wanted
want, you can
to
write it.
I just wanted to
Uh,
check whether in your editor, do you have you can insert a box where you can type, like
insert a box, huh?
yeah, text box, and
A
then you
text
can type.
box you are telling. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. And then you
I
can
don't
type
have
for that.
anything like that. No, no, there is nothing like that. It is just free flow. Yeah, but handwriting will be same if I write in the text box also.
Hey, text box you can type them actually. Like call out.
Oh no, no,
Basically,
typing, yeah,
call out.
typing. You are saying no, no, not typing. I'm talking about writing. Yeah, I know. I'm speaking. So when I'm speaking, you can write in your notes. Yeah. So then we discussed about these gradations. One very important thing we discussed actually, Prabhupada begins his purport with this very, very essential point actually. This point is very essential. Prabhupada begins with complete knowledge, that is Samagram. He said three things. The first thing was it is the knowledge about the phenomenal world. That is obviously what we mean is the material world. And then he is saying the spirit behind. Correct. So yesterday I was saying this refers to Paramatma. Correct. But actually I was expecting a question from devotees that how do we know that this refers to Paramatma? I think that we discussed, I asked also, what is the spirit behind? Correct. So can devotees think what is the spirit behind? Okay, suppose I have not told you Paramatma. What you would be thinking about? What is the spirit behind? Eh, which Atma is this? Spirit means Atma, right? Yeah. So if I did not tell you, what would be your answer? What is the spirit behind this metal world? Yeah, Arun Prabhu.
Like even in device, we understand that it's like material energy, spiritual energy, and controller of both.
Hmm.
So like Krishna behind it, like
Hmm.
material energy, superior energy means material means this non-living things. And superior is
Hmm.
those who are conscious like human beings, and the controller of both, marginal and material.
Okay. Yeah. So source of both is you are saying Krishna, right? This is third part. The source of
Yeah,
both is Krishna. You are telling.
controller. Yes,
Huh?
controller. Controller. That is
No,
Krishna.
no. I am asking this word. Spirit behind is who?
Okay.
Material world is phenomenal world. Source of both of them, I think you are saying Krishna. I am asking who is the spirit behind. Forget that I told you Paramatma. Okay, let's hear from others. Prasanna Gopal Pro.
Okay, Prabhuji, actually just randomly, if you see the phenomenal world is like a matter, is it has no energy or it has no ability to move,
Consciousness.
but this conscious, yeah, means it's just a matter lying in the like I think third canto also it is mentioned. This is just matter, but there is an energy which makes it move. Okay, that energy is like a spirit, just like let's say
Okay.
stone lying in the on the street. The stone will remain as it is only unless some human being conscious person picks up and move it, then it remains there. So for that stone movement, spirit is like a human, we as a person. Similarly
Okay.
for this for our body also, the spirit is like our soul. So whole, just like for that whole phenomenal world is like a matter, it has no energy to move, but
Okay.
the energy which helps that phenomenal world to move and operate, that is the spirit. That is the understanding
Okay.
I
So
have
you are saying
for
basically
this.
this is a living entity.
Means the energy really living in, of course, energy has energetic. So the energy, the energy behind that is the spirit.
Okay, spirit being. Okay. But source of both of them, you are saying Krishna.
Krishna only.
Okay, okay.
Energy,
Let's hear.
energetic. Yeah.
Okay, let's hear from others. Yeah, Yamuna last Pro.
Roji, I was also going to tell the same thing.
Same thing. Okay, 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 okay. So anybody else? No, okay. So yeah, so that living entity is one of the options which could have been, yeah. So Prasanna Gopal Prabhu, as he told, yeah, that can be one of the options. But as we will see ahead in the purport to 7.4 here, if you remember, I have told this. Correct. In the purport to 7.4, actually Prabhupada is going to explain that why is it Paramatma only. And as I said, the Paramatma is three: Shiradaksha, Vishnu, Garbhodaksha, and Karanadaksha. We'll come to that. But this Paramatma, when I say, so actually you should be pondering that, oh, why this is Paramatma only? Okay. And how are we coming to conclude that this is Paramatma? Why this is not living entity? Correct. So because there is a shloka in Bhagavad Gita also will come, Yayedam Dharyate Jagat. This living entity moves the material world, as Prasanna Gopal Prabhu was saying. But that is not the meaning here. This living entity is not the meaning here. Here the meaning is Paramatma only. Okay. So that's why, because this is explained by Prabhupada in another purport, here I am bringing it. Okay. So I am bringing a principle here. So if you understand it carefully, I am trying to say is, when we are studying the Shastra, so we cannot apply some logic or something which is just fitting in the puzzle. Okay. We cannot just apply something which is fitting in the puzzle and put it there. Like one may say living entity, and I also would have thought. But if you read the books of Srila Prabhupada, he will clarify ahead, or he will clarify in the same purport what is the meaning of this term. Okay. So it's very, very important that we get it from the books or from the acharyas, that what is the meaning of that term. Okay. And we should try least to apply our own logic, just logic. Okay, maybe this is like this. Okay, so that can be minimal, it will be good. Okay, but we can try to find out in the book, okay, what exactly Prabhupada means here. Okay, that is one principle which I'm trying to say. So whenever we are studying Shastra, you try to understand this one thing. Okay. So if I give you one example about this, so many times we have heard this shloka, right? Smartavya satatam Vishnu, vismartavyo na jatuchit, sarva vidhi nishedhya shur, etayor eva kinkara. Correct. How many of you heard this? Smartavya satatam Vishnu. Raise your hand in Zoom. Obviously, video I will not be able to see. Yeah, one, two. Smartavya satatam Vishnu. Very famous shloka this is. I think everybody should be aware. Smartavya satatam Vishnu. Always we should remember Lord Vishnu. Vismartavyo na jatu chit. We should never forget him. Correct? We have heard this shloka. So in this shloka, the word satatam which comes, somebody would like to tell what is the meaning of this word satatam? Very simple. I'm not asking about the Sanskrit knowledge. Okay, I'm not asking Sanskrit knowledge from you. You must have read anywhere some
Always.
translations. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always, yeah. Always.
Okay, always. Okay. Okay. So some of you are saying always. Some other answer is also there? Any one of you? Any other answer for Satatam? Constantly, always, these are all one answer. Correct? That's what all of us have heard. Correct, which is also true, which is surely true. Yeah, but now the next question comes in this. Okay, we should always remember Krishna. Now, how does a sadhaka do that? Always remembering Krishna. First question is a sadhaka able to do always remembering Krishna? Raise your hand if you want to answer. Yeah, somebody quoted reference also. Yeah. So tell, yeah, what is the understanding here? Is a sadhaka able to do always remembering? A very simple question this is. Yes or no, you have to tell. All of us are sadhaka. Think about yourself. Are you able to? Yes, true. Please unmute and tell answer. Arun, true.
No, Prabhuji, but that is his goal to remember
That
always
is goal.
Krishna,
Yes, very
never
good.
forget
Very good.
Krishna.
Yeah, but I am asking now as a sadhaka, not as a
No,
siddha. Siddha always may be
no,
able to do. I am asking about a sadhaka.
no,
No.
not we're
No.
not
Okay,
able to
okay.
do that.
Let's hear from others. Bhakti Leela Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. By
Yes,
doing
what?
different services.
By doing devotional service. But I am asking about not senses. Mind. Is your mind always thinking about Krishna? Satatam, is it able to think?
It's depend upon sadhaka's level, means how we progress in the life.
Okay, sadhaka will become siddha if he is always able to remember. Okay, because one of the symptoms of those who are at bhava is that avyartha kalatvam, always engaged in Krishna consciousness. It is not the symptom of a sadhaka. Have you heard avyartha kalatvam? Everybody heard, yeah. Yeah, so avyartha kalatvam is one of the symptom of bhava bhakta given in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. That doesn't happen before that. Okay, so it will be artificial actually if we tell that I am always remembering Krishna. Miss, okay, ठीक है, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you, but for a sadhaka I asked. Okay. Yes, Kishore Vyas Prabhu.
Prabhu, it's an endeavor from sadhaka to sadhya. I mean, that is more important. Like the whatever efforts we do to go into that direction.
Yes, that is true. I am asking, are you able to do now?
Yeah, it's a continuous. That's what it's a continuous. There are a lot of challenges, but we continuously keep on seeking that at all levels.
Correct. That is our goal. Okay. ठीक है. I assume that your answer is no, because now we are not able to do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Prasanna Gopal Prabhu.
Not Satyam Prabhu, but because of available situations, we are able to remember for some certain period, and then again we try to do like that. Satyam is increasing. Like that Satyam
Increasing.
earlier
Very good.
it may be 1 hour, but now it may be 2 hours. Then slowly it is increasing. That varies. Yeah, that
Very good.
Satyam
Yeah.
may become one day 24 hours.
Yeah, very honest. Yeah, very honest answer. Yeah. So I'm saying it's increasing. Very good. Yeah. That is very good. Yeah. Anybody else want to say Sattam sadhaka is able to do or not? Okay. Okay. So as somebody quoted also, Srila Prabhupada mentioned always, right? The translation of word Satatam is always. Correct. Now, when we sometimes hear, I have heard, yeah, Satatam, sometimes it is also told that if you are not able to hear continuously, that means it is because we are either not wanting to do it or it is because of anartha, which is true. I will show you another translation of it. Okay, why I'm going into this topic? Okay, because that spirit behind that word came. There can be multiple meanings, but I'm telling there is one meaning we have to take which Prabhupada has given, which is authentic, that is Paramatma. So now I will show you one meaning of this word Satatam. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, not this. Okay, are you able to see? Yeah, is it visible?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can see now.
Okay, I'm sharing something else, but something else is coming up. What you are able to see on the screen?
Vishwanath Chakravarti.
Meaning Satatam.
It's coming, huh?
Yeah, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary.
It's coming. Okay, okay. I'm not seeing on my screen. Okay, see here. Yeah. This is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, first chapter. No, okay, first wave, second chapter, 8th verse. Srila Rupa Goswami is quoting this verse, Padmecha, from Padma Puran. Okay, this section is of basically Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti means that Bhakti done with rules and regulations. Okay, Vaidhi Bhakti, some of you have basic understanding, right? Means that is sadhana Bhakti, practice. Srila Prabhupada says that is Bhakti in practice. Now this shloka is quoted. Smartavya satatam Vishnu, Vishmartavyo na jatuchit, Saravidhi neshedashur etayor eva kinkara. Okay. One should always remember Vishnu and never forget him. All injunctions and prohibitions are dependent on these two principles, correct? Okay. Okay, somebody can read the highlighted part. Yeah,
Satatam
Kishore.
means every day.
Okay, continue. Who is reading? Yeah.
Satatam means every day, not every second.
Hmm.
Since continuous remembrance would be impossible to do in sadhana bhakti. This would produce loss of faith in the rules of bhakti because they would be impossible to follow.
Okay. So what is the meaning given here? Every day. Not every second. What is the reason why Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti is giving this meaning here? Because continuous remembrance would be impossible to do. Now, when Srila Prabhupada says always, it is always for Bhava Bhakta, not for a sadhaka. For a sadhaka, he is aspiring, as all of you rightly said. He is aspiring. And if somebody says, I am doing always remembrance, that is like artificial. Like some 1 or 2 days he may try to do, but it's artificial. Yeah. So otherwise, here it's clarified. Continuous remembrance would be impossible to do. In which stage? In sadhana bhakti. Why this comment is given here? Because this whole chapter is about what? Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, right? As I told you, this whole thing is about Vaidhi bhakti. So in this section, this shloka is quoted. We have to see where it is quoted also, not just say, oh yeah, this shloka meaning this. Now, very important point he writes. He says, why is it so? That would produce loss of faith in the rules of bhakti, right? If somebody tells you that a sadhaka should always remember and you are not able to do, then what you will feel? You will feel that, oh, I am not able to do, and your faith will reduce. You will either feel I am not qualified for bhakti, or you will feel that this process is not for me. Correct. This process is asking too much from me. Correct. And sometimes we also extend it to different ways. Okay, it's every moment actually we have to do. So every moment, if we are not able to do it, is because of our unwillingness, and then self guilt. All that is many times interpreted from this shloka. Okay, but that is not the meaning. Here the meaning he is saying, for a sadhaka, what it is every day. Like 2 hours we do chanting, we do Mangalarti, we do all the artis, we do Guru Puja, correct? We do services daily. So doing that daily for a sadhaka is satatam. So why I showed you, there is very, very important point I want to say is that anything you see which you want to interpret it or want to understand it, please don't apply your material intelligence and say satatam, I know it means always. And somehow or other, I have to apply it on myself. Okay, our understanding of a term should be based on what the Shastras are speaking. If you are not getting clear understanding, you can ask some senior devotee, ask your Guru Maharaj, and look into Srila Prabhupada books. Okay, so similarly, there is a word called Tivra Bhakti. Correct? Akama sarva kamova moksha kamo udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. How many of you heard this very famous shloka? Raise your hands. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Almost every one of us have heard that Tivra Bhakti we have to do. I have a simple question. What is the meaning of this word Tivra? You have heard sometimes. What is the meaning?
Intense.
Intense Bhakti. What do you mean by that word intense? How will you practically materialize it? Intense means what you are going to do? Whole day chanting or whole day reading? What is the meaning of intense?
Whatever we do,
Mhm.
that we should do as a full heart, and not
Full
as a
heart.
casual.
Okay, good.
Just
Yeah,
a
good
form.
understand.
We should not be do it as a formality.
Good. Yes, good. Yeah. Okay, Deepali Mataji.
Prabhu, enthusiastically doing what we are doing.
Enthusiastically doing. Okay, very good. Okay. Kishore Vyaspro.
Severe, very severely.
Severe. Okay. What do you mean by that severely?
Instead, making extra efforts to do it more consciously and more
Hmm.
correctly. More than
Okay.
normal efforts you take it to do
Okay.
that.
So, okay, I'll ask question. Suppose there is Ekadashi. One devotee is doing Nirjala Ekadashi, other devotee is doing with fruits. Who is doing Tivra Bhakti?
See, depending on his own capacity, it's a relative thing basically, based on
Yes,
his
yes, yes.
own.
Very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Arun Prabhu,
Consciousness, with full consciousness.
with full consciousness. With full consciousness. Yeah. For a sadhaka means as we saw, 24 hours consciousness is difficult. It will be artificial. So, what do you mean by full consciousness?
So whatever he is doing, like uh, one devotee told that he is fully into it, like he is doing heartily. That is
Hmm.
conscious that what I am doing, for whom am I doing that? That would
Okay.
be conscious. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Anybody else want to say what is the meaning of this intense? Okay. ठीक है. So let's see what is the meaning of this word intense. What is showed here? Okay. Is it visible? The screen? Shloka is there?
Yes, Prabhuji, it's visible.
Okay. Akama sarva kamo va mokshkama udaradi tivrena bhakti yogena yayete purusham param. So this is quoted in 1.1.1 Shrimad Bhagavatam. Again, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. The person desiring destruction of all desires, the persons with all desires, and even person with intense desire for liberation, if he has good intelligence, will worship the Supreme Lord with pure bhakti. Okay. Now, Tivrena Bhakti Yogena means by pure bhakti. Bhakti should remain unmixed with jnana or other elements, just as the sun's rays remain untouched by the clouds. Example is also given. Sun's ray remain untouched by clouds. Why? Because it is high above than clouds. Okay. So the meaning here is by pure bhakti. And what is the meaning of this pure bhakti is not intense bhakti in the sense we understand sometimes, but it is to be devoid of other elements like jnana. What is that jnana tendency? Tendency to become liberated. And what is the other elements? Somebody can tell. Apart from jnana, which other element is there? Karma, Ashtanga, correct? That's what we read in Bhagavad Gita. So karma yoga is what? Wanting to go to Swarga, enjoyment basically. So all that enjoying propensity and propensity to get liberated should be avoided. Then it is called what? Tivra Bhakti. Tivra Bhakti, then it is called. Okay. So sometimes when we are not reading or when we are not hearing from the authentic source, we can very much take a wrong understanding of the word Tivra. There are many examples like this I can quote, but I just brought it up taking extra time to make all of us understand and refocus that it is not very good to take a term and understand it in our own way. Okay, like now Satatam. So wherever we will read Satatam, what will be the meaning of this word Satatam? In Bhagavad Gita, many times it's going to come. So what will you understand the meaning of the word Satatam?
Every day.
Yes. Okay, Nagnijiti Mataji says every day. Okay. Yamuna Vilas Prabhu, yeah.
Normally we understand always only.
No, normally we understand
See,
always. Yes, yes. Yeah,
see,
you can answer. Yeah.
not every second, but every day.
Okay. Okay. Let's hear.
When it comes for sadhaka, we'll consider as every day, but when it comes for a pure devotee, or then as a bhava.
Yeah, this is the right one. Okay, we cannot try to understand which way it is. The best way is you read the purport of that. Ananya Cheta Satatam. Yomam Smarti Nityasa. Go to that shloka. Satatam is there. What Srila Prabhupada has given the meaning? What is there in the purport of that shloka? What Prabhupada is saying? For whom is it applicable? Okay, this is applicable for a person who is at the bhava stage. Okay, that is meaning that it is constantly he will remember. Now there is a verse in the third chapter where it comes Satatam. That is for a Jnana Yogi. That means always in the way Prabhupada has explained in the purport. Okay, if Prabhupada is not explaining, you can try to understand from superior devotees, like senior devotees, and try to inquire from them. Okay, so they will give you the meaning, or you see from Vishwanath Thakur or Baldev Vidyabhushan, the meaning will be there. What is the meaning of this word Satatam in this context? But I'm just saying a point. Don't try to apply your own material logic. Oh, here I know, yeah, Satatam is always, so it should be always everywhere. Or I know, yeah, Satatam is every day, but it is not for a bhava bhakta, it is for a sadhaka. So understand where it is coming and what the acharya is saying, keep that as focus. That yes, this is the focus, and based on that, what they say, I will understand. Is this point coming clearly? Is this becoming clear this point, or you have any question on this? Because this is basis of learning the shastra, not applying own material logic, but understanding spiritually what they are saying in the purports. What is the context of this shloka? Why it is being said? What Prabhupada is explaining? Okay, if Prabhupada has not explained, then what the previous acharya is explaining? Let me read it. Let me understand it properly. Okay, this is the point I am bringing out. That is the method of studying shastra. Not that I feel, yeah, actually it should be always, yeah, and then we try to apply it on ourselves artificially. Okay, I hope this point is becoming clear. So this will be basis of our learning also. Okay, so please keep it in mind. Any question on this? I took half an hour for explaining this concept. Okay, any question on this? Okay, you can ask later also. Okay, you can think about it, ask it later also. Okay, yeah, so let's continue. Yeah, this we discussed. And third shloka, we were discussing how actually Krishna is saying this knowledge is very rare, and it is comprising of this Gyan and Vigyan. And then among many species of life, there are few who are humans. And among the humans, thousands of humans, actually, there are very few who want to progress on a spiritual path. And there are very few who attain perfection, actually. And there are very few among them who have attained perfection, those who will know Krishna as Yashoda Nandan. I am not using the word tattvata because many times we may not understand what is tattvata. Tattvata means in a Krishna conscious way. And as Srila Prabhupada wrote in the purport, he wrote that word, Yashoda Nandan. Correct? We should understand in that way. Then we can understand, oh yes, he is the son of Krishna, he is Vrindavan Vihari, or he is Sham Sundar. That way we have to understand, yes, that is tattvata. That understanding is very rare. So this is tattvata point. Okay. That very few people, many jnanis and all people will get liberated. They will never come to know who is he. Okay. Yes, so we have completed the revision. Anybody has any question on this shloka 1, 2, 3? Okay. There are no questions, then we'll continue. Yeah, fourth shloka. Bhumir apo analo vayuh kham mano buddhir evacha ahankar iti yamme bhinna prakritir ashtadha. Yeah. So somebody can read the word to word meaning and translation.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can prove. Yeah.
Yes, please read.
I read a synonym or only translation, bro?
Yes, word to word meaning also I have purposefully included.
Yeah. Bhumi, earth, apaha, water, analaha, fire, vayuhu, air, khama, ether, manah, mind, buddhi, intelligence, eva, certainly, cha, and ahankaraha, false, ego, iti, thus, iyam, all this, me, my, bhinna and separated, prakriti, energies, ashtadha, eightfold. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. All together, these eight constitute my separate material energies.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Yeah, so now till now, as we saw in the first three verses, Krishna explained about Jnanam and he explained about Vijnanam being his energies. And that comprises of the total energy. That is samagram, full knowledge. Now he is explaining part by part. So now from the 4th shloka onwards, Krishna is explaining the first part. What is that first part? He is explaining the Jnanam. Okay, so as we understood, Jnanam includes two things. One is Parashakti and Aparashakti. Parashakti means that which is material energy, and Aparashakti, Aparashakti is material energy, and Parashakti is living entities or marginal energy. Okay. So these two things actually is going to come. Yeah, so the title for this is 4 to 12 section, knowing Krishna's material and his spiritual energies. Okay, so spiritual energy is which one? Marginal one. Material is material. Okay, so spiritual we should not think as spiritual world, Chit Shakti. No, this spiritual means living entities, and material is material world. Okay, these two things are told. So now he is going to explain this Jnanam part. Okay, so in the Jnanam, he is explaining in this verse currently about the apara, material energy. Okay, apara Shakti, he is explaining. Yeah, so what are the 8 things he has explained? Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Okay, so these are the 8 things which comprise his material energy. Okay, and in the purport we will see actually these are not 8. These 8 are actually 24 material elements. 24 material elements. Srila Prabhupada will explain that. Okay, these all together constitute my separated material energies. Okay, let's see what Prabhupada says here in the purport. Yes, please continue, Prabhuji.
The science of God analyzes the constitutional position of God and his diverse energies. Material nature is called Prakriti, or the energy of the Lord in his different Purusha incarnations, like
Yeah.
expansions. As described in the Narad Pancharatra, one of the Sattvat Tantras, Vishnu tu Trini Rupani Purusakhya Atho Vidu, एकम तु महता शास्त्र द्वितीयम त्व अंध संस्थितम तृतीयम सर्वभूतास्तम तांदि ज्ञात्वा विमुच्यते. For material creation, Lord Krishna's plenary expansion assumes 3 Vishnus. The first one, Mahavishnu, creates the total material energy known as Mahat Tattva. The second, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, enters into the universe to create diversities in each of them. The third, Kshirodakshai Vishnu, is diffused as the all-pervading super soul in all the universe and is known as Paramatma. He is present even within the atoms. Anyone who knows these 3 Vishnus can be liberated from the material entanglement.
Yeah, so this last line is saying what is the result of this knowledge. So as I had told you earlier, this 7.4 purport, Prabhupada is going to explain the spirit behind, right? Where is it? Yeah, this I had told you here. The spirit behind, Prabhupada is going to tell about these 3 Paramatmas, correct? So that is actually the point coming here now. So he is saying this Vishnu tu Trini Rupani. There are 3 Vishnus. And then he is saying that, see the word Prakriti here. What is he saying? The science of God analyzes the constitutional position of God and his diverse energies. Material nature is called Prakriti, or the energy of the Lord in his different Purusha incarnations. So these are the 3 Purusha incarnations as described in the Narad Pancharatra. Okay, so these are the 3 Paramatmas who are actually behind the material energy, Prakriti. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu, please continue.
This material world is a temporary manifestation of one of the energies of the Lord. All the activities of the material world are directed by these 3 Vishnu expansions of Lord Krishna. These Purushas are called incarnations. Generally, one who does not know the science of God assumes that this material world is for the enjoyment of the living entities and that the living entities are the Purushas, the causes, controllers and enjoyers of the material energy. According to Bhagavad Gita, this atheistic conclusion is false.
Yeah. So see here, this very important point here. This point you observe what Prabhupada has written. All the activities of the material world are directed by the three Vishnu expansions of the Lord. This is the same point which he told earlier as the spirit behind. Who is the spirit behind this material world? Is here. Okay. Who is he saying? These three Vishnu expansions. Okay. So when he is mentioning in that 7.2 purport that there is manifestation of the phenomenal world, spirit behind, and the source of both. So source of both is indicated here. Okay. Source of obviously the Vishnu expansions as well as the material world. There Prabhupada wrote this as phenomenal world. So in one line he has explained the purport first line of 7.2 verse. Okay. Yes, Prabhu, please continue. Is this clear? Anybody has any question on this? This is a reference for that. 7.2 purport first line. Okay. Yes, Prabhu, please continue.
I think this slide is over, Prabhu.
We completed this.
Correct.
Yeah, continue.
In the verse under discussion, it is stated that Krishna is the original cause of the material manifestation. Srimad Bhagavatam also confirms this. The ingredient of the material manifestations are separated energies of the Lord. Even the Brahma Jyoti, which is the ultimate goal of impersonalist, is a spiritual energy manifested in the spiritual sky. There are no spiritual diversities in the Brahma Jyoti as there are in the Vaikuntha Lokas, and the impersonalists accept this Brahma Jyoti as the ultimate eternal goal.
Yeah, continue. Yeah.
The Paramatma manifestation is also a temporary, all-pervasive aspect of the Kshirodakshai Vishnu. The Paramatma manifestation is not eternal in the spiritual world. Therefore,
Yeah,
the
just 1 minute. Yeah, this is Paramatma manifestation is being discussed. Okay, and it is said that it is temporary but all pervasive. So this all pervasiveness will be discussed from 7.8 onwards. Okay, how he is there as the taste of water, and so many other vibhutis will be explained, and is the aspect of Shirodaksha Vishnu. This is very one important point. Paramatma manifestation is not eternal in the spiritual world. So what is the meaning of this? It is not eternal means what? Somebody would like to say? What is the meaning of this? It is not eternal. It is one of the form of Lord Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So all three are eternal. Why Prabhupada is saying here Paramatma is not eternal? Somebody would like to say what? Yes, Prabhuji. Prasanna Gopal.
Okay, Prabhuji, actually Paramatma manifestation happens like the three Vishnus happens when the material world is created. So at the time of creation, Mahavishnu comes and then he expands in the and the universes are created. At that time, the Garbhodakshai Vishnu enters there, and then the living entities are created. Then along with that, the Kshirodakshai Vishnu is entered. So all these, all the Paramatmas, all the three Paramatmas are based on the creations. So as the creation is temporary, so automatically this in that perspective, the Paramatma is also temporary.
Yeah, actually, it's talking only about Shirodaksha Vishnu, not other two Vishnus here specifically. It's asking about this Shirodaksha Vishnu only. So as you told,
so
the
Shirodaksha
answer is
Vishnu is
correct.
like similar, like because the
Yeah.
other Vishnus also, even the creation is also at the time of annihilation, everything goes into the Mahavishnu.
Yeah, but
of course,
Mahavishnu is existing eternally. He is
Mahavishnu.
existing eternally. He is lying in the causal ocean. So he is eternally there. He may not be in the spiritual world, but he is there in the Viraja river. And then we have Garbhodakshai Vishnu also, who comes only when the material world, one of the universes come into existence. So that is correct. But Shirodaksha Vishnu we are especially discussing. So he is there only when the material world manifests. So see the word here. This Paramatma manifestation word Prabhupada is using. So it's not eternal in the spiritual world. Okay, he's not talking about material world. He's talking about the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, Paramatma manifestation need not be there because Bhagavan himself is there. Okay, that is the meaning.
Prabhu, it is said that Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, and time are eternal.
Yes, okay.
Right.
Yes, they are eternal. So, Paramatma feature we are specifically discussing here, Prabhuji. Ishvara is eternal, correct? Yeah, Yamuna Vilas, Prabhu, you want to say something?
Yeah, Prabhuji, like when the living entities, like they come to this material world, then the super soul is accompanying them, to remind them that. But in
Correct,
the
correct.
spiritual world, there is no need of super soul to be there. Like,
Yes, yes, yes.
constantly
Yeah.
present.
Correct,
But
correct. Yeah.
yeah, the living entity is returned back to Godhead. So there is no need of super soul to guide.
Correct, correct. Yes, very good, very good. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji, please continue reading.
Therefore, the factual absolute truth is the supreme personality of Godhead Krishna. He is the complete energetic person and he possesses different separated and internal energies. In the material energy, the principal manifestations are 8 as above mentioned. Out of these, the first 5
Yeah.
manifestations, namely earth, water, fire, air and sky, are called 5 gigantic creations or the gross creations, within which the 5 sense objects are included.
Yeah. So from here now, Prabhupada is starting to explain the material elements, material energy, or we say Apara Shakti, which is the topic of this verse. This Apara Shakti, Prabhupada is beginning to explain here now. Till now, he compared the three Vishnus and other things. So he's saying in the material energy, the principal manifestation are 8, which are explained in the verse. Now he's expanding this 8 into 24. So listen attentively. So first expansion he does. First 5 manifestations, what are they mentioned? Earth, water, fire, air, and ether or sky. Just 1 minute. Yeah. Namely, earth, water, fire, air, and sky are called the 5 gross, basically, gross elements, gigantic creations or the gross creations, yeah. Within which the 5 sense objects are included. What are these 5 sense objects? Anybody knows? What are these 5 sense objects? Okay, Prabhupada is saying they are the manifestation of physical sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. Yeah. So these are the 5 sense objects. They are subtle actually, subtle sense objects. Okay. And what were the gross? This earth, water, air, fire, and ether. So what is the statement here? That they are included in the 5 subtle objects. So how are they included? That is explained in the Bhagavatam only. That as here it's mentioned, there is earth, there is water, fire, there is air, and there is ether. Correct, no? So these are increasing or decreasing gross level. Is the grossness increasing or decreasing here?
Decreasing, Prabhuji.
Decreasing.
Decreasing, na? Yeah, correct. So earth is most gross. When you take earth in hand, you can feel the grossness. Yeah, water is subtle, fire is even more subtle, you cannot catch it also. Air, nothing about catching, you cannot see also. And ether, you cannot see, you cannot catch, you cannot smell, nothing, you have to just exist in ether. So it is said in the Shrimad Bhagavatam that from this sound actually comes ether. Okay, and from this ether actually comes the 1 minute, not this. Yeah. Yeah, sound. Then we have just 1 minute. Sound, we have ether. Yeah, touch. Yeah. So this is touch. From touch, we have the air coming. Then from air, we have form. Then from comes fire. Then from fire comes taste. And then from taste comes water. And then from water comes smell. And from the smell, we have earth. Okay, so that's what here Krishna is speaking, that how the 5 gross elements actually include their sources. So total this is how much? 5 plus 5? 10 of them. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Prabhuji, please continue.
But the other three items, namely mind, intelligence, and false ego, are neglected by the materialists.
Okay.
Uh, Philosophers who deal with mental activities are also not perfect in knowledge because they do not know the ultimate source, Krishna. The false ego, I am and it is mine, which constitute the basic principle of material existence, includes 10 sense organs for material activities. Intelligence refers to the total material creation called the Mahat Tattva.
Correct. So here you see again Prabhupada is bringing more points. So false ego, I and mine constitutes the basic principle of material existence, includes the 10 sense organs. So 10 more things came now. Till now 10 plus 10 more, that is 20. Okay. And intelligence refers to the total material creation called the Mahat Tattva, right? That is another element. So this is 21. Yeah. Read this. Yeah.
Therefore, from the 8 separated energies of the Lord are manifest the 24 elements of the material world, which are the subject matter of Sankhya atheistic philosophy. They are originally offshoots of Krishna's energies and are separated from him. But atheistic Sankhya philosophers with a poor fund of knowledge do not know Krishna as the cause of all causes. The subject matter for discussion in Sankhya philosophy is only the manifestation of its external energy of Krishna as it is described in the Bhagavad Gita.
Yes. So this 24, we got 21. So somebody can tell where are the remaining 3? 21 only we counted till now. Where are the remaining 3? So observe carefully. We have got 21 only till now.
Intelligence.
Who is speaking?
Nagnajyoti.
Yes,
Mind,
Mataji.
Man buddhi
mind,
ahankar.
ego, and intelligence will be the
Yes,
next.
yeah. That element itself we have not counted also. This is 21. From false ego, these all come, but that also should be counted, right? That is 22. Then from intelligence also something comes. That is 23. And the mind is 24. Man, buddhi, ahankar. So ahankar, which was there, from there this 10 sense organs come. And actually the mind also comes from ahankar only. We will study in Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, chapter 5, that from false ego comes 3 things actually. That is goodness, passion, and ignorance. And then in goodness, from false ego, mind comes. And from false ego in passion, intelligence comes. So actually false ego is the source of intelligence as well as mind. It is the source of these 10 sense organs, all of them. So these 24 are there altogether. Okay. So now one devotee I want to explain how this 24 came. Whoever wants to explain, please explain how this 24 came. Very easy, right? Whatever we discussed. You can see your notes and tell how this 24 came.
I'll start, maybe others can help. First, it was 5 gross elements: earth, water, fire, ether. And
Correct.
then we added 5 subtle elements like senses. And then we added 10 sense organs.
10. Everybody knows, right? 10
Yeah.
sense organs. Karmendriya and Gyanendriya. 5
Correct,
working senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses. 10. Yeah. Yes, 20 over.
Then mana, buddhi, ahankar. These 3.
Okay. Mind, intelligence, and false ego.
Yeah.
How much? 23 ho gaya. One
23. More. And I think one I am not able to recollect.
Okay. So somebody would like to tell? What is one more?
Intelligence.
No, intelligence is here. What intelligence represents? That one is missing.
Mahat Tattva.
Yes, that is one. Mahat Tattva. Okay. So this is 24th. Okay, till here we have 20, 23, 24. Okay, this is the Sankhya philosophy. This is atheistic Sankhya philosophy. In this, if you add 2 more things, Atma and Paramatma. then it becomes theistic philosophy. This is 25. This is 26. Okay. So
Is time also an important part? Somewhere
time is, yeah, time is very important. Yeah.
time should be added to as an element. In some commentaries, it was said 2050 is time or something like that.
Yes, bro. Actually, 28 also we count sometimes. 27 also we count. Time can be added, but here it's not added. Yeah. Did we complete this? Completed, na?
Yeah, right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, the Sankhya, which is atheistic, they don't include this Atma and Paramatma. That is the point. Okay. So, anybody has any question? What we discussed till now in this last shloka? 7.4. We discussed about Apara Shakti, the inferior material energy. Inferior energy we are discussing. Anybody has any question on this?
Prabhuji, can you please tell again that from sound ether comes from ether?
Acha. That one, huh? Yeah. See, from sound, this is the most basic element, okay, which is subtlest, the most subtle. From the sound, this is a process of creation actually, which is explained in the Shrimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5. Okay, there it is explained that sound is the basis of everything. And from there we have the ether manifestation, okay, which is one of the gross elements. And from this ether, actually the next tanmatra or the sense object, that is sparsha, touch, that comes. From this touch, the appearance of air, next gross element is there. So remember this formula, always from the subtle elements, the gross elements will come. So from sound comes ether, and then from that gross, the next subtle element will come. Okay, subtle 1 I will say, and subtle 2. Okay, like that. That's what is followed in the creation process. So sound is subtle 1, then ether comes, which is gross. Then touch is subtle 2, subtle element. From that next gross, air comes. Then we have form, which is subtle element 3. Then comes fire. Then from that gross fire comes the subtle taste. That's why Krishna says, I am the taste of water, because the taste is the source of water actually. That sense of taste is the source of water. Okay, and then from that water, actually, the next subtle element, smell, comes. Then from smell, the grossest of the element, earth, comes. Okay, this is the process of creation. Is it okay, Mataji?
Yes.
Okay. So I was thinking that after 1 hour we can take some break. So is it okay if we take some 2-3 minutes break? You can stretch and come. Okay, we'll take some break. Is everybody agreeing? Is it okay? We can take a break. I also need break. Okay, so we'll come after 5 minutes. So 12:39 now, 12:45 will come. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Prabhuji, one clarification need.
Yes,
Should I?
Prabhuji.
Okay. Guruji, this
Yes, yes.
13.67 shloka, earlier I had read and noted about 24 elements, and I memorized also that 24. I have a doubt for the 24th element. In the, if you see the 13.6 and 7, there the 24th element is like unmanifested state of three modes of material nature. 24th element.
Okay.
Now, and that time it unmanifested state of consciousness also sometimes mentioned.
Okay.
So, and here we are talking about 24th element as a Mahat Tattva. So, is this same or different?
So
or
unmanifested is called Pradhan. The word, technical word is Pradhan for unmanifested, which is told there. I think you are referring to the aggregate of these 24 elements is called the field of activity by an aggregation 24 elements. One can understand the field of activity.
30.67.
6 and 7, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. 5 great elements are these: earth, water, okay, sense, ear, nose, voice,
In purport it is.
Yeah, so here the Pradhan word is mentioned, Prabhuji. So from Pradhan, which is from Pradhan, which is unmanifested, we have the manifested Mahatattva coming. Okay, so here in this counting of 24, we have included Mahatattva, which is represented by Buddhi. Okay, and other acharyas actually write this mind, it represents this Pradhan, which you are saying, which is there in 13.6. Okay, so that is also sometimes counted in 24. Okay, so Pradhan you can count, or you can count the Mahatattva. They are cause and effect actually. So 24 in this chapter here, what we are discussing, Mahatattva is counted, which you are saying 13.6, there Pradhan is counted. Total, as I told, there are 28. We can count time also, we can count Atma, we can count Paramatma, we can count Pradhan. So 4 more will come. So 28 also comes. So sometimes 24 Mahatattva, sometimes Pradhan. One of them is included. Okay. So that is some technical, this one. Okay. Yeah. Anybody else has any question on that? 7.4. Okay. Yes, bro. Yamuna Vilas, bro.
Prabhuji, I'm confused with this second paragraph from the purport, that where Prabhupada is mentioning that Shirodakshayi Vishnu is diffused as the all-pervading super soul in all the universes and is known as Paramatma. And yesterday we discussed that Shirodakshayi Vishnu situated within the heart of the soul is the Paramatma. And then Garbhodakshayi Vishnu is the Paramatma for all universe. So is it Garbhodakshayi Vishnu or Shirodakshayi Vishnu? I'm confused on that.
Yes, bro. See, the statement here is saying the third Shirodaksha Vishnu is diffused as the all-pervading super soul in the universes. Yeah, and is known as Paramatma. So Prabhupada is saying that in the universe does not mean that he is Paramatma of the universe. Means in the universes there are living entities, and in all the universes, all the living entities have Shirodaksha Vishnu as their personal Paramatma. And also he is seeing the next line, you see what he's saying. He is present even within the atoms. Okay, I'll share the screen for others to also see. Correct? That is the next line, right?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, he is there in atoms. So in the atoms, who is there? Is Shirodaksha Vishnu, who is there in the heart of all the living entities. Right, in the beginning of the purport it comes. Yeah, here only, right? Yeah, here it's coming. Yeah. Yeah, the second, Garbhodaksha Vishnu enters all the universes to create diversities in each of them. So this about universe already Prabhupada explained here. Basically, this shloka is saying Garbhodaksha Vishnu is entering the universe, correct?
Yeah.
The third, Shirodaksha Vishnu is diffused as all pervading super soul in all the universes, doesn't mean the universe itself, but it means all the living entities in the universe.
Okay.
Okay. And also the atoms. That next line Prabhupada is saying. Also in the atoms. So it's not to be confused with the Paramatma of the universe. That is already mentioned as Garbhodaksha Vishnu.
Yeah.
Okay, does that
Yeah. Now it's
satisfy?
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Yes. So there is a Prabhupada's conversation here, which is mentioned on this 7.4. So this 7.1 shloka, as I told earlier, this is the most lectures are spoken on this 7.1 shloka. And you can go to folio and also see there are many lectures on that. So this is a conversation of Srila Prabhupada on this. Yeah, somebody can read this. Who has not read till now wants to read. Mukund Padpru.
Okay, Prabhu. The conclusion is, as Krishna says, that the material elements are different products of my energy. As we produce our body by our own energy, just like this hair. The hair is growing because I got the energy. I do not know that what is that energy, how it is growing. I do not know, but it is the fact. I have got I have got a reserve energy by which the hairs are growing, the nails are growing, the body is growing, changing corpuscles, changing corpuscles. But as soon as I leave the body, there will be no more hair growing, no more nails coming. This is very easy to understand. That is my energy is producing matter in this body. Similarly, it is Krishna's energy which is producing this material world. This is the right conclusion.
Yeah, so this is Bhagavad 7.4 lecture, December 19, Bombay. Srila Prabhupada has given 1972. Yeah, please read this. Is it visible? It's very small.
No, I have expanded. It is para prakriti superior energy because it is trying to control over the material energy. Every one of us, we are trying to control over the material energy. The big stone, big hill, that is the material energy. But the spiritual energy, a human being is breaking the hill by
Dynamite, that is a bomb.
dynamite.
Yeah.
Therefore, it is superior energy. It is also energy, but superior energy because it can control even the biggest mountain. Nowadays, by scientific advancements, they are making so many tunnel within the big mountains, big ocean. They are making tunnel. They are drilling oil. They are drilling they are drilling oil controlling. Therefore, superior energy, but that does not mean they have become God. That is the mistake. God is different. God is Krishna, the supreme controller. He is controller of material energy, and the superior energy. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Therefore, superior energy, but just a second, screen is moving. But that does not mean they have become God. That is mistake. God is different. God is Krishna, the supreme controller. He is the controller of material energy and the spiritual energy, superior energy. This should be the conclusion. Jiva Bhuta Mahabhavo
Yayedam
Yayedam
Dharyate Jagat.
Dharyate Jagat. And because this will be explained in the next verse, because the superior energy is controlling the material energy or trying to control or not controlling, but trying to control, that is called struggle for existence. Actually, we cannot control the material energy, but we are trying that endeavor to try to control over this material energy is called struggle for existence. Actually, we shall not be controller. We shall not be able to control. That is explained. Therefore, in the material world, we are trying to solve we are trying to solve one problem, but we are getting new problem.
Yeah, so this is a lecture on Bhagavad Gita 7.5, August 11, 1974 in Vrindavan. Yes. Yeah, so this is 7.7. Okay. So we are going to the next shloka, that is 7.4. So there now Krishna is going to speak about the Apara Shakti spoke, now going to speak Para, superior energy. Okay. So let us discuss that. Okay. So Aparayam अपरेयम इतस्तु अन्याम प्रकृतिम विद्धि में पराम जीवभूताम महाबाहो ययेदम धार्यते जगत. So who has not read would like to read? Nagnijiti Priya Mataji, would you like to read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. Mataji.
Apara inferior, iyam this, iha besides this, tu but, anyam another, prakritim energy, vidhi just try to understand, me my, param superior, jiva bhutam comprising the living entities, mahabaho, O mighty armed one, yaya by whom, idam this, dharayate is utilized or exploited, Jagat, the material world. Besides these, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature.
So clearly Krishna is saying about the living entities. Okay, there is another. Correct. What is that word for another? He is saying Anya. Correct. This is very simple. We know in Hindi also Anya. That is another energy. Or what kind of energy it is? Superior energy. Okay. So where does the word superior come in this text? You see here the word param. Correct. So this is superior. And in the previous shloka, apara we discussed, right? So this is description about para. Parashakti. Okay. So that is superior, and previously we discussed was inferior. So superior as well as it is spiritual. So spiritual in the sense that it is tatastha. It can be under control of spiritual energy, or it can be under the control of the material energy. Correct. That is Tatastha Shakti. You have heard the example of the bank of the sun, so of the ocean. So we can have sometimes the living entity in the water or sometimes on land. Correct. But it cannot be in between. Yeah. So that is Tatastha Shakti, superior energy. Yes. And what is it doing? Exploiting the resources. Ya idam, this world, idam dharyate jagat. Jagat is this material world. Idam jagat dharyate. It is utilizing or exploiting. That's what Prabhupada was saying. That they are using the dynamite to break and all this. They are trying to control. But actually, that is struggle for existence. Yes. Okay. Yes, Mataji, please continue.
Here it is clearly mentioned that living entities belong to the superior nature or energy of the Supreme Lord. The inferior energy is matter manifested in different elements, namely earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Both forms of material nature, namely gross, earth, etc., and subtle, mind, etc., are products of the inferior energy.
Yeah, so this inferior energy already discussed in the previous one. That was apara. Yes, Mataji, continue. Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
The living entities who are exploiting these inferior energies for different purposes are the superior energy of the Supreme Lord, and it is due to this energy that the entire material world functions. The cosmic manifestation has no power to act unless it is moved by the superior energy, the living entity.
Okay. Yes, continue.
Energies are always controlled by the energetic, and therefore the living entities are always controlled by the Lord. They have no independent existence. They are never equally powerful as unintelligent men think. The distinction between the living entities and the Lord is described in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.87.30 as follows. O Supreme Eternal, if the embodied living entities were eternal and all pervading like you, then they would not be under your control. But if the living entities are accepted as minute energies of your lordship, then they are at once subject to your supreme control. Therefore, real liberation entails surrender to by the living entities to your control, and that surrender will make them happy. In that constitutional position only can they be controllers. Therefore, men with limited knowledge who advocate the monistic theory that God and the living entities are equal in all respects are actually guided by a faulty and polluted opinion.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. So, what is Prabhupada concluding here with? Actually, this is shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam 1087:30. So, he is quoting here for which point this point about that Parashakti is control. He is controlling, trying to control the Aparashakti, material energy, but at the same time, the spiritual energy, which is the highest energy. Basically, here I will tell there is Antaranga Shakti, then there is Tatastha Shakti, and then there is Bahiranga Shakti. Correct. So this is the order. So Antaranga Shakti is the highest energy of spiritual nature, completely spiritual nature. Tatastha Shakti also is completely spiritual, but it is controlled by Antaranga Shakti. Correct. And then we have Bahiranga Shakti, which is material nature, but it is controlled to some extent by the living entities. So this is the order. So I'm going to focus on this one point. This monistic theory, what they are saying that God and living entities are equal in all respects. This is a faulty and polluted opinion actually. So can somebody tell in what respect the living entity and God are one and in what respect they are not one? Yeah, Arun Prabhu. Yeah.
In quality, they are equal, but quantity, they are not equal.
Yes, yes. Okay. Anybody has any other answer? You can tell. Yeah. Prasanna Gopal, you want to say some other answer?
Yes. Both are like soul and super soul are same in the Satchitananda quality. Both are Satchitananda, but qualitatively they are, or the soul is minute and
Okay.
super soul is Vibhu,
Correct.
unlimited.
Yes. Correct. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Another
So,
word Prabhupada says Eko Bahunam Yo Vidyate Kaman, that living entities are many, but Supreme is one.
correct. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, what you are saying is correct that the Lord Krishna has actually how many 64 qualities, right? Unlimited qualities, but 64 are the main. But living entity has how many qualities? Does anyone know? Living entity has how many
Maximum,
qualities?
maximum 50.
Correct. Maximum 50 qualities. Can it be these 50 qualities? Can it be in the same quantity as Lord has?
No.
So quantity also living entity cannot match, and qualitatively also not all qualities are there. So Lord has 64 and more actually unlimited, but living entity has maximum 50 of that 64 also. So qualitatively 50 qualities Lord's 50 qualities are reflected in living entities. Okay. Kvachit bindu taya bhati. That is word used by Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Rupa Goswami. Bindu taya. Bindu taya means as a drop. So Prabhupada gives which example for the drop? The ocean water and the one drop of ocean water. Correct. Both are salty nature. Correct. Yeah, but the quantity of salt in one drop and the quantity of salt in the ocean is different. That's what Prabhupada says. Okay. So basically here we have the point that the Lord is spiritual. Lord is a spirit, and living entity also is spirit. Okay, but this spirit is different nature. This spirit is also different nature. Both are Sachidanand, but this is Tatastha nature, and Lord is Chit Shakti. So they are two different kind of spirit. Okay. Like in matter, we have different varieties. Earth, we have water, we have air, we have fire, we have, correct? Different varieties are there. So similarly, spirit also there is variety. Okay, please try to understand this. There are varieties of spirit also. It's not that spirit means one. No variety. All spirit is one. No, Sachidanand correct. But there are different levels. Lord is the highest level of spirit. Living entity can never be equal to Lord. Okay. Yes, Mataji, please continue. Nagnajiti Priya Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. The Supreme Lord Krishna is the only controller, and all living entities are controlled by him. These living entities are his superior energy because the quality of their existence is one and the same with the Supreme. But they are never equal to the Lord in quantity of power. While exploiting the gross and subtle inferior energy matter, the superior energy, the living entity, forgets his real spiritual mind and intelligence. This forgetfulness is due to the influence of matter upon the living entity. But when the living entity becomes free from the influence of the illusory material energy, he attains the stage called mukti or liberation.
Yeah. Yeah. Continue.
The false ego, under the influence of material illusion, thinks I am matter and material acquisitions are mine. His actual position is realized when he is liberated from all material ideas, including the conception of his becoming one in all respects with God.
Yeah.
Therefore, one may conclude that the Gita confirms the living entity to be only one of the multi energies of Krishna. And when this energy is freed from material contamination, it becomes fully Krishna conscious or liberated.
Yeah. So Prabhupada is talking about that living entity cannot be equal to Lord. Yeah. Okay. Any questions on this 7.5 verse what we discussed? This Parashakti? Any devotees have any question? Okay. Then we'll go to the next verse, 7.6. So Krishna continues, Etad yonini bhutani sarvani iti upadharaya aham kritsnasya jagatah prabhava pralayastata. Okay. Somebody else can read. Madhav Harinam Prabhu, would you like to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Word to word meaning and translation.
Ether, these two natures, Yonini, whose source of birth, Bhutani, everything created, Sarvani, all, iti, thus, Upadharaya, no, Aham, I, Krishnasya, all-inclusive, Jagataha, of the world, Prabhava, the source of manifestation, Pralaya, annihilation, Tatha, as well. Translation. All created beings have their source in these two natures of all that is material and all that is spiritual in this world. Know for certain that I am both the origin and the dissolution.
Yes, so Krishna is telling his supremacy over these two Para and Apara Shakti. Correct. And at the same time, he is telling that these are all coming from him. Correct. So Krishna is the source of both these energies. Hmm. And two specific things he's telling, pralaya and prabhava. So prabhava is the manifestation, actually source of manifestation, and pralaya is annihilation, means creation and destruction. So remember, he is telling about creation and destruction features in this shloka. Okay. Aham Krishnasya means all in all. Jagata. In this world, whatever is there, all in all comes from me. And even creation and destruction also come from me. Like that he is saying. Okay. Yeah. So we'll go to the purport. Yes, Praji, please.
Everything that exists is a product of matter and spirit. Spirit is the basic field of creation and matter is created by spirit. Spirit is not created at a certain stage of material development. Rather, this material world is manifested only on the basis of spiritual energy. This material body is developed because spirit is present within matter. A child grows gradually to boyhood and then to manhood because that is superior energy, spirit soul is present. Similarly, the entire cosmic manifestation of the gigantic universe.
So that line thing went down. Is developed because of the presence of super soul Vishnu. Yeah, that's what the line is. Yeah, yes, Praji, continue.
Similarly, the entire cosmic manifestation of the gigantic universe is developed because of the presence of the super soul Vishnu.
What happened here? Oh, same thing was repeated. Yeah, please continue.
Therefore, spirit and matter, which combine to manifest this gigantic universal form, are originally two energies of the Lord. And consequently, the Lord is the original cause of everything. The fragmental part and parcel of the Lord, namely the living entity, may be the cause of a big skyscraper, a big factory, or even a big city, but he cannot be the cause of a big universe. The cause of the big universe is the big soul or super soul. And the Krishna, the Supreme, is the cause of both the big and small souls. Therefore, he is the original cause of all causes. This is confirmed in Katha Upanishad, Nityo Nityanam, Chetanas Chetananam.
Okay. So now I want to ask devotees, what is here Prabhupada talking about from the shloka you have to see and tell? What is Srila Prabhupada talking about in this line? Therefore, spirit and matter, which combine to manifest this gigantic universal form, are originally two energies of the Lord. Are consequently the Lord, and consequently the Lord is original cause of everything. Okay. What is the point of shloka which Prabhupada is referring to here in this? What is he referring to? Let's see who is hearing attentively. Which part of the shloka is discussing? See, first we have to see here originally two energies of the Lord that Prabhupada is saying. Where is that mentioned in the shloka? See here, first line Prabhupada is saying all created beings have their source in these two natures. So what are these two natures that we studied earlier, right? Para and Apara Shakti. Yes, that's what Prabhupada is telling, na? Originally two energies of the Lord. So that part Prabhupada is saying here. Okay, and second line, consequently, the Lord is original cause of everything. This is talking about which line of the shloka? Where is Prabhupada talking original cause of everything? This is which part of the shloka? This word everything comes where in the shloka?
Aham Krishnasya Jagata.
Ah, yes. Aham Krishnasya
Jagata.
Jagata. That again, Here Prabhupada is bringing here. He is the original cause of all causes. Okay. So here this is actually etad yonini bhutani. Whatever you see, I am the source of all. Correct? That's what Prabhupada is saying here. Okay. Any questions on this shloka? Sixth. Yeah, basically speaking about Krishna is being the seed, source, creator, destroyer, all that. Okay. So next shloka. Now Krishna is going to tell about not only he is the source and seed giving father, but he is also the essence. He is the maintainer also. He is the essential element of the water and all other things. He is the essence of all. That's what he's going to say now. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mamasmai sarvani bhut. Mai sarvani, sorry, Mai sarvam idam protam sutre mani gana iva. Yes, so who would like to read here? Who has not read? Anuradha Mataji, you would like to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataha, beyond, me, para, taram, superior, na, not, anyat, kishchit, anything, anything else, asti, there is, the dhanam, jaya, O conqueror of wealth, mai, in me, sarvam, all that be, idam, which we see, protam is strung, sutre, on a thread, mani ganaha, pearls, iva, like. Translation: O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread.
Yeah, so in this shloka, that's what Krishna is speaking, that there is no truth superior to me. Correct. He is saying his superiority over everyone. Matta para means superior. Taram means comparative, right? Superlative and comparative, that all we studied, right? Degrees. So this is Matta Parataram, means there is no superlative degree compared to Krishna. He is the superlative one. So na anyat, no one. So that way he's saying first line. Then he's saying everything rests upon me. Okay. As example is given, pearls are strung on a thread. So as we know, many times you have heard the example, if you break the thread of the pearls, then all the pearls will fall apart. So that he is signifying that he is the essence in everything. And this he is going to expand from 8 to 12. Okay, he is the essence in everything. Till now you are saying about being source, being the cause, being the creator, being the destroyer, all that he was saying. Correct. But this seventh onwards, he is saying he is the essence of everything. Okay, let's read the purport. Yes, Mataji.
There is a common controversy over whether the supreme absolute truth is personal or impersonal. As far as Bhagavad Gita is concerned, the absolute truth is the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and this is confirmed in every step. In this verse, in particular, it is stressed that the absolute truth is a person, that the personality of Godhead is the supreme absolute truth, is also the affirmation of the Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. That is, the supreme absolute truth, personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna, who is the primeval Lord, the reservoir of all pleasure, Govinda, and the eternal form of complete bliss and knowledge. These authorities leave no doubt that the absolute truth is the supreme person, the cause of all causes.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually here the personal feature is being explained, that the personal feature of the Lord is there. So where does personality come in this shloka? Anybody can point out? Where is the personality, personal feature in this shloka? Why Prabhupada is bringing out that? Yes, somebody would like to answer.
It is indicated by his role as a thread. That means everything hinges on him.
No, person. He's
the word
speaking as a.
the word "my" that he says in me. So me will always be said by a person, not some impersonal thing.
Yeah, correct.
My
So
sarvamidam.
this me, yeah. So he is saying that my word means within me. Okay, so that person only can tell. Okay, matta, beyond me. That also Prabhupada has translated personal feature. Okay, so this is what Prabhupada is expanding in his purport. Okay, and he is speaking about the personal feature over here. Yes, Mataji, please continue.
The impersonalist, however, argues on the strength of the Vedic version given in the Svetasvatara Upanishad 3.10. The yat uttaratam tat anuparam anamayam ya etat vidura amartaste brahma. The primeval living entity within the universe is understood to be the supreme amongst the demigods, human beings, and lower animals. But beyond Brahma, there is the transcendent who has no material form and is free from all material contamination. Anyone who can know him also becomes transcendental, but those who do not know him suffer the miseries of the material world.
Yeah, continue.
The impersonalist puts stress on the word anuparam, but anuparam is not impersonal.
Arupam, that is arupam. Rupam is form. Arupam is no form. Yeah.
Rupam is not impersonal. It indicates the transcendence of eternity, bliss, and knowledge, as described in the Brahma Samhita quoted above. Other verses in the Svetasvatara Upanishad.
Svetasvatara Upanishad. Yeah, just read the translation, Mataji.
Yeah. I know that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is transcendental to all material conceptions of darkness. Only He knows Him can transcend the bonds of birth and death. There is no way for liberation other than this knowledge of that Supreme Person. There is no truth superior to that Supreme Person because He is the supermost. He is smaller than the smallest and He is greater than the greatest. He is situated as a silent tree and He illumines the transcendental sky. And as a tree spreads its roots, He spreads His extensive energies. From these verses, one concludes that the Supreme Absolute Truth is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is all-pervading by His multi-energies, both material and spiritual.
Yeah, so again, this material and spiritual, we discussed about para and apara Shakti. But Lord Himself is a person and He is pervading through His energy. Okay, that's what is explained here in this purport. Okay, so we'll go through this 8, 9, 10, 11. These 4 shlokas are together. So we'll do this together. Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sasi shuryayoh pranava sarva vedeshu shabda khe paurusham nishu. Yeah, somebody would like to read. Okay, Prasanna Gopal Prabhu.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Rasah, taste. Aham, I. Apsu, in water. Kaunteya, O son of Kunti. Prabha, the light. Asmi, I am. Shashi Shurya, of the moon and the sun. Pranavaha, the 3 letters. Om. Sarva, in all. Vedeshu, the Vedas. Shabdah, sound vibration. Khe, in the ether. Paurusham, ability. Nrushu, in men. Translation.
Yeah.
O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of sun and the moon. And then the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras, I am the sound in the ether and the ability in the man.
Yeah, so basically, as I told earlier, Krishna is explaining that the essence of everything is he himself. Okay, so what is essence in water? First, he told actually in the fourth shloka, he is the source of water. Correct, na? Remember the fourth shloka, what he said? Bhumi, Apo, correct, all those eight. So the Apa word is water. Correct, he is source of water. Now he is telling that I am taste of water. Correct? So that was told in 7.4. So currently he is speaking about the being the essential element in every object present in this world. That's why 8 to 12 he is going to speak. Yeah. So what we will do, we'll read the translations of 4 shlokas first. Yes, Prabhuji, please continue. Okay, we'll recite the
Translation.
shloka. Punyo Gandha, we'll recite shloka, then we can read the translation. Punyo Gandha Prithvivyam cha Tejas chasmi विभावावसौ जीवनम सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि tapasvishu. Just read the translation, Project. We have, I think, less time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Translation. I am the original fragrance of the earth, and I am the heat in the fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all ascetics.
Yes. So again, we can see whatever is the essential element in each, like fire. There is no fire if it doesn't have heat. Correct. So we cannot imagine fire without heat. Correct. And obviously, earth has very, very essential quality of smell. If you remember earlier, I told that from the smell actually earth comes. So smell is very, very essential quality of earth. And life of everything that lives, that is also very essential quality. And penances of ascetics. Yes. Yes, Priji, continue this. Okay, we'll recite the shloka. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhi matam asmi tejas tejasvi namaham. Yes, please read that.
Translation. O son of Prutha, know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of intelligent, and the prowess of all powerful men.
Yes, yeah. Balam balvatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma avaviruddho bhuteshu kamo asmi bharatarshabha. Yes, Priji.
I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life, which is not contrary to the religious principle. O Lord of the Bharatas, Arjuna.
Yeah. Yeah. Ye chaiva satvika bhava rajasas tamasas chaye matta eveti tan vidhi natu ham teshu me mai te mai. Yes, Priji.
Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am, in one sense, everything, but I am independent. I am under the modes of material nature, for they, on the contrary, are within me.
Yes. So now one specific thing, he is not talking about gross or subtle elements. He is talking directly about the 3 modes. That is speciality of this 7.12 shloka. Correct. All these gross and subtle come from 3 modes, but that 3 modes also he is saying are manifested by my energy. Are my manifestations. So all those things he talked about in 7 to 11 were under subtle or gross, which come from 3 modes. But he's saying now the 3 modes also are manifestation of my energy only. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent of basically the 3 modes. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they are on the contrary are within me. Okay. Yeah. So 13th and 14th we will take in the next session, next weekend. Okay. So what all of us can do for the next session is that read the purports to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And then come and we can discuss essential points from those purports. Okay. And if you have any questions, we can take. Is that okay? You can do some homework. From 8 to 12, you can read the purports. Okay, because every purport will be difficult. And next time onwards, I will just take some parts of the purport which are very, very relevant, because I just did the exercise till now to make you understand that, okay, whatever Prabhupada is speaking throughout the purport is connected to some part of the verse. So, but the next classes onwards, we will not be taking the complete purport and will not be able to take every line by line. Okay. So wherever possible, I will do that. And whenever it is not possible, I'll tell you can read. And it will be best if some devotees can read before the class itself. So next class, as we are going to cover 13, 14, and mostly we'll try to do till 24, 24th shloka. And then Sunday, we'll try to complete this chapter. Okay, so 30 shlokas, 26 to 30 we will do in that. So 13 to 19 next section we will do. So at least we can try to read those. And if you have anything about 8 to 12 purports, we can discuss. Okay. So thank you very much for joining. So anything else, Yamuna Vilas Prabhu?
Prabhuji, I want to give a heads up that I won't be there next weekend as I'm traveling.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think some need to manage with the coordination.
Yeah, recording, actually, I checked, we can do it on the cloud. Okay, once we have to check whether the cloud recording can be downloaded or shared. Okay, it will go to the Vital app. So from the Vital app, once we can discuss, maybe after this class, we can spend 5 minutes. We can do a short recording of 1 or 2 minutes and see which can be shared or downloaded. Is it okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And that and other things, if somebody else you want to do something, some things are there.
Attendance, if someone can make a note of attendance for next upcoming weekend, at least for
Okay. Yeah, as we were thinking, bro, we can do it at the end of the class or during the break also is okay. Like we have 5 minutes break every class. So during that break also, if we can just fill it up. You have given the link, na? Of the attendance.
Yeah, the link is there in the group.
So one devotee you can appoint whenever you are not there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, maybe we can discuss personally, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah, after the class, we'll just discuss 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, and one common announcement is about the exam, because I just reminded today, 12th, there is an exam. For those who have not appeared earlier, that is closed book and shloka test. I don't remember when I said, was it on 11th or whatever I had announced. So please keep in mind that dates. Okay, we will have test on that 11th and 12th, whatever was announced.
Prabhuji, until now I have got response from only one devotee, this Revati Ranjana Mataji. She
Okay.
only requested that she wants to give exam on 12th or 11th. I'm not sure. But only one response I got. So I don't know if others have already given.
Okay. I don't remember anything came to me.
So, okay. Yeah.
So anybody is here in this forum currently who has not given exam and you have not given names? Who is there now? Anyone is there who has not given exam? No. Everybody gave exam here? Given. Okay, we can announce once in the group, Pro. Okay, please to give name.
Yes,
okay.
please.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So others can leave. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we'll meet next Saturday. So yes, bro, I was just thinking that if we can do the attendance thing during the break itself, we have 5 minutes and we can just mark it that time, whoever you or Mataji. Is it okay? You are on mute somehow.
Yeah, we can do that project, but how we will come to know, like in between if someone leaves the meeting?
Yeah, miss.